Happy Friday, motor cars. Today is Friday the 19th, and on this day in history was the first underground nuclear test. A device about 25 inches across, so just about this big, by about 17 inches across, which was just about this big, and it actually erupted with the power of 1.7 kilotons, which is equivalent to about 2 tons of TNT. Also on this date in history, President Garfield died from a gunshot wound. And PMRC meetings began in Congress. I actually remember that. This is when we got all of those labels on all of our CDs saying that it was an adult lyric warning. Prince testified, Frank Zappa testified, and Tipper Gore, who used to be the wife of Al Gore, actually testified and helped to get that passed. Also, birthdays, the 20th, we have Oliver Gates. The 21st, we have Andrew and Honda Fleet Sales, and on the 21st, we have Scott over in the body shop. One of the first things I want to do today is to thank all the folks in sales who've been putting in good notes for the BDC folks. Notes are to the BDC what air is for everybody. We can't live without them. It's impossible for us to bring people back in again if we don't know whether or not there's room to move and what we can do to help get that customer back in. When we call them back up again and we play our role as customer service reps and say, hey, what did you think of the experience? Did you find the dealership easily? Were you greeted? And then we get into the questions of, did you actually have an opportunity to test drive that vehicle? And what was the thing that surprised you about it? And what was the thing that kept you from taking it home? We have no idea what to say or where to go unless we know whether or not there's room to move. So for all of those sales reps out there, and you know who you are, who've been good enough to make sure that we've got good notes, thank you. We truly appreciate it. One of the other things I'd like to talk about today a little bit is kudos. One of the things that we do down here is after every service appointment, we actually send out a survey to all of the clients that we have email addresses for, and we ask them a couple questions. We ask them the quality of the service that they had done, in other words, the actual workmanship that the techs performed, and then they get to rate that. They also get to rate how they were treated while they were here, and then we ask them two really important questions, actually three important questions. One, are you likely to come back? Yes, no, or maybe. The next one is, what do we do really, really well? And the next one is, what do we need to work on? And one of the things that I find remarkable here is that the vast majority of what we get back from customers on both the Honda side, the Toyota side, and also downtown are nothing but positive comments. We get kudos every single day for the service writers, for all the folks that are involved on the service side of things, and we send those on to their managers so their managers can see. It's a great way for service writers to get online reviews because we provide all the phone numbers and everything so they can call those customers up and say, hey, as long as you thought that well of me and the service that I provided, if you'd be kind enough to go on our website or to go on Dealer Rater or one of the other websites like Google and just say that, so everybody else knows what's going on. It's a great way to do that. But some of the things that I've heard on there are that things have improved markedly over the years here, that the line itself is very, very organized. And some of the things that I see over and over again is that everybody who comes here who writes a kudos for us mentions over and over again how careful we are to explain what work needs to be done, what work needs to be done right now, what work can be done later so that they have an opportunity to budget for it, and that the service writer treats them with compassion, not like it's just part of their job, but that it's something where they feel like that service writer is literally taking care of just them, and they feel like they're the most important customer in the world. And you know what? There's nothing that anybody else can do that will ever be able to compete with that. Pricing, all the rest of that. We have many customers who say that it doesn't even matter if we charge more, which we don't, but even if we did, that they would still come here because the experience is so good. You know what? That's about as good a testament as you're ever going to see out there. So kudos to everybody who makes that happen. From the moment that the customer pulls in on the valet line, to all the service writers, to the folks that book the appointments, everybody that's involved. You're doing a great job. Thanks, and have a good weekend.